In A-Class, Alehouse, Shogun, Rum Runners, Renegade, Wizard of Oz, Team Hardcore, and Dam Donzi. Also in A, Final Notice. And those are your competitors in this morning's race. We've got nearly 60 boats in all. Aboard camera, our helmet cam for today. As you can see now, we're aboard Team DeLand Honda.
Go ahead and get on out. Go straight. If the banker will let you. There's too many boats fighting for this inside. Go between Peter and Stalker. Problem you got's Rain-X.
Got orange smoke.
Got orange smoke?
Yep.
Okay, follow in behind. Just kind of keep going the way you're going. They're going to move out too. Okay, keep going. Keep turning. Get over here by T.
Can we go down the inside of the course?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to go with the first start, which is the all-C boats, as you can see. B&S is the second start. The final start will include the A boats. But right now it's the C boats that we see lining up, and we see the lineup. It's Pepsi, Accurate Marine, Kingston, No Mercy, First Scarab, and Nemshoff as we get moments away now from the beginning of this race here in Key West. Great weather here, as you can see, blue skies, some puffy clouds. Looking back, there's explosive. On the very inside, it's Barracuda. Waiting for the green flag now as we see the boats lining up. They're very close. We've got the green flag, the beginning of this 1996 Key West World Championship. Off to the immediate lead, it's Nemshoff with Pepsi, Accurate Marine, Kingston, No Mercy, First Scarab. And once again, it's Nemshoff in the immediate lead, but on the very inside, it looks like Barracuda may have jumped the green flag. So it's Barracuda in the lead in the early moments of this C start here in Key West. Barracuda followed by Nemshoff, First Scarab, Kingston, Accurate Marine, and Pepsi as we look to the leaders. Barracuda, Nemshoff, and First Scarab as we look upfield here in Key West for these World Championships. There is Pepsi on the inside. Accurate Marine, as we see. Actually, those are the leaders. Accurate Marine right there in the middle. Following the leaders, and the leaders are Barracuda, Nemshoff, and First Scarab. We're going to go with your leader, Barracuda, C12. Barracuda, a 30-foot Spectre powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mariner outboard. The driver, Matt Broman from Edwardsville, Illinois. Throttleman and Dennis Berry from Morrow, Illinois. Barracuda, your leader right now. Special thanks to Class Racing Oils, Sierra, Days In for the fine accommodations here in Key West, Florida. Masco Propellers, also outboard crankshaft, and Jay from Spectre Powerboats for building a fine piece of workmanship here, the Spectre Powerboat. We've got three other Spectres in the race in here in Key West. They're all in S-Class. It's Havlin, Conch Attack, and Team Bermuda, all Spectre powerboats. On the outside, Nemshoff C41, a 40-foot FB design, but on the inside, it's Barracuda C12. Matt Broman and Dennis Berry aboard this 30-foot Spectre. Right now, in first place in this C start. These are your 1996 Key West World Championships here in Key West, Florida. The first of 4 races that we will be covering for you. Each team racing in 2 races. The highest combined totals, well, they'll be your team with the World Championship. The Barracuda Racing Team would once again like to thank the Days In Key West for the fine accommodations, as does Freeze Frame Video Productions for the fine accommodations provided by Days In. Barracuda C12. There you see First Scarab on the inside, and we've got Nemshoff on the outside. Great battle going on here in C-Class. Barracuda, First Scarab, and Nemshoff on the outside here in the early moments of this race. And there is Pepsi on the left side now. Great battle here in C-Class. Pepsi, Nemshoff, First Scarab, and Barracuda in the early moments of this World Championship C start here in Key West. As we said, Pepsi is in the mix now. Pepsi, a 29-foot Formula 3 powered by 900 horsepower HBR competition inboard with a Mercruiser drive. This team is from Trinidad. Pepsi, great mix, great competition in the early moments of this C start. C41 Nemshov, a 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design powered by two 1,000-horsepower C-Tech diesel inboards with Tri-Max drives. Now, the owner is Mark Nemshov. Paul Nemshov is the driver, and Douglas Hahn is the crew chief and alternate driver. Mark Nemshov, the owner, is also the throttle man today aboard C41 Nemshov. Brand new boat, first race of this 1996 racing season, 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design. Nemshov, C41. Nemshov Racing Team from Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Nemshov. This boat is prepared by Richard Jones from Titusville, Florida. Some of the other Seaboat competitors include Intense, Inferno, No Mercy. Of course, we saw Pepsi, Zero Gravity, Accurate Marine, Barracuda, Explosive, Heat is On. We've got 12 competitors in C-Class. Nemshov, C41, in first place right now in C. Nemshov, a 40-foot Fabio Buzzi design, a brand new boat for this 1996 racing season. Paul Nemshov, the driver. Mark Nemshov, the owner, throttle man. Douglas Hahn, crew chief and alternate driver. Your leader in C in the early moments of this race. C41 Nemshov. Looking downfield, there is first Scarab. First Scarab, C5. First Scarab is a 37-foot Wellcraft Scarab powered by two 650-horsepower Teague inboards with Mercruiser drives. John Streep, the driver. Navigator Joe Black. Throttle man is Nigel Hook. First Scarab, C5. The first offshore racing team was started by Nigel Hook, John Streep, and Joe Black. The state-of-the-art Scarab 37H boat was created to bring a new evolutionary design to the powerboat industry. The features of this race boat are ultimate speed, efficiency, and safety. The first offshore racing team and its newly designed boat are considered Wellcraft's ultimate Scarab prototype. Special thanks to the first group, also Wellcraft, Archer Marine, and Urban Stice from Powerboats.com. Also Bob Teague for the power plants. First Scarab C5, 37-foot Wellcraft Scarab as it heads towards Mallory Square. As you can see many of the spectators along the shore there watching this World Championship here in Key West. A great vantage point as we see some more spectators. Beautiful day here in Key West, Florida. This boat in this configuration will be legal for B class in the 1997 racing season. First Scarab C5. We see Mallory Square, many of the hotels and restaurants, and there we see Nemshov in the lead. Nemshov as we see into Mallory Square going around the turn. "37-foot Wellcraft. First Scarab. John Streep, Joe Black, and Nigel Hook aboard. Some spectator boats in the background. Some more. Superboat International, the U.S. Offshore Racing Association, and the APBA have all gathered together to bring you this World Championship being run under SB International rules. Pepsi, C112, a 29-foot Formula 3 Pepsi. Powered by one 900-horsepower HBR competition engine with a Mercruiser drive. The driver is Barry Pottermore, navigator Hugo Delmas, and throttleman Joe Sabini. Pepsi, this team is from Trinidad. Many thanks to Bobby Moore of Custom Marine in Miami and his service manager, Troy Hannon, who played a major role in preparing the boat for the World Championships, and the crew of Team Pepsi, Joey and Larry, who now race in modified class on the Mountain Dew and Taco Bell boat, for their assistance during the World Championships at Key West. Joey Sabini, he's the throttle man and owner. Barry Podmore, driver and crew chief, and Hugo Delmas, navigator aboard this Pepsi racing team, 29-foot Formula 3. Freeze Frame Video Productions is happy to see this Trinidad boat running here in Key West in these World Championships. By the way, this boat was manufactured in Trinidad and Tobago by Formula 3. It's the only 29-foot in length, and they're the only single-engine boat to race in C-Class with a 598 cubic inch engine with just over 1,000 horsepower. Pepsi C112, 29-foot Formula 3. Special thanks to Pepsi, Citibank, and Mobile One, their sponsors. Barry Podmore, Hugo Delmas, and Joe Sabini aboard. C112 Pepsi, top of the pack in C. C9 Zero Gravity, a 31-foot Express Cat as we look downfield. Zero Gravity powered by two 510-horsepower Intense Marine inboards. The driver Roger Rex from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Scott Mander, also from Miami. Zero Gravity. Scott Mander, of course, the owner-operator of Intense Marine. Special thanks to Straight Line Painting, Custom Size, Lavorsi Marine, Dollar Marine for the drives, Pass International, and the crew over at Intense Marine. Intense Marine, your home for all your high-performance needs, inboards as well as outboards. There is Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine C24, a 28-foot Douglas skater. Also, special thanks to RJ Marine Boat Transport for transporting Baby Kamicazi, Phenomenon, and Zero Gravity. Those are three boats that Scott Mander at Intense Marine has rigged and maintained and has brought to this World Championship here in Key West. There's Magic Potion in B-Class making its way on the outside. Magic Potion. Accurate Marine in the middle with Zero Gravity on the inside. Also, special thanks to Scott's wife, Kathy, and daughters, Crystal and Cassie, for their dedicated support. Zero Gravity 31-foot Express Cat C9. Roger Rex and Scott Mander aboard. All right, now, as we look to the turn, there is Obsession, Joanna on the far outside, Accurate Marine. There is Zero Gravity and Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Great Lakes Caster and Zero Gravity on the inside. Zero Gravity 31-foot Express Cat. Great Lakes on the outside. There is, on the inside, Zero Gravity. Joanna and Obsession looking upfield. Zero Gravity, Roger Rex and Scott Mander aboard. Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Oh, beautiful jump there by Great Lakes Caster. Great battle going on here in C-Class. There is Accurate Marine. Looking upfield, Zero Gravity, C9 on the inside. Zero Gravity in second place in the national point standings for APBA in the 1996 racing season. A great year for Zero Gravity. We're going to go with Accurate Marine now. C24, Accurate Marine, a 28-foot Douglas skater powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Craig Nesbitt is aboard. He is the driver. Throttleman Mike Belgium from Patchogue, New York. Mike is the owner-operator of Thrasher Marine Performance in Patchogue. This boat, Accurate Marine, is rigged and maintained by the Accurate Marine In Patchogue, New York. This boat is a brand new 28-foot Douglas Skater, C24, Accurate Marine. Bumpy waters here in Key West in this first of 4 races that we'll be covering for you. Week-long festival here in the World Championships. Here's Great Lakes Caster on the outside. Great Lakes Caster as we head into Mallory Square. Those two 2.5 EFIs sound excellent. Many spectators there along the way, as you can see, as we are in Mallory Square. Great vantage point for watching this race. There's Team Stalker on the outside, an S-Class Team Stalker S8. On the inside, it's Accurate Marine C24 C-Class. Team Stalker now cutting through the wake of Accurate Marine as we going around the turn in Mallory Square. On the inside, Team Stalker. On the outside, Accurate Marine. Going around the turn, Team Stalker, a 30-foot motion powered by 2 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver, Art Laszlo from Naples, Florida. Throttleman is Tim Steiner from Naples, Florida. Special thanks to Brookside Marina for rigging and maintaining Team Stalker S8. There on the outside is Accurate Marine C24 in C-Class, Team Stalker in S. Great battle going on here between these two boats. By the way, Team Stalker took a second place in the national point standings in S-Class this year and took a first place in the Gold Cup Series. Team Stalker took a third place in the World Championships here last year. Team Stalker S8, Accurate Marine on the outside, C24, 28-foot Douglas Skater, and a 30-foot motion on the inside. Battle here between these two boats, an S boat and a C. Accurate Marine on the outside, Team Stalker on the inside. As we see Team Stalker with Art Laszlo and Tim Steiner. 30-foot motion powered by 2 200 horsepower outboards. Both boats staying close together here in Key West, Florida. We've got 8 boats in stock class. We got 3 Spectres. We got Conch Attack, Team Bermuda, and Havlin. Also 3 Motions, Team Stalker, Baby Kamicazi, and Cutting Edge. We got 1 Skater and 1 Cobra. 8 in all in S-Class. Right now, Team Stalker S8, 30-foot motion with Art Laszlo and Tim Steiner. There's Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine. C-Class. Sliding to our right in C-Class, heat is on. C100. 32-foot Mana powered by 2 650 horsepower Speed and Sports Marine inboards with Mercury #3 Speedmaster drives. The driver is Steve Abels. He's from New York. Navigator Buddy Street Throttleman Stephen Desjardins. Heat is on. C100. This boat is your 1996 SBR National Champion in C-Class. Motors built by Speed and Sport Marine in Fort Lauderdale. Stephen Desjardins is the owner, throttleman, and engine builder. Sponsors Hudson Technologies, Inc. They are Reclaim Refrigerant, Storage, and Refrigeration Management. And Centrifugal Rebabbiting, Inc. in Fort Lauderdale. Those are your sponsors for Heat Is On C100 32-foot Manta. Nice throttling job there by Stephen Desjardins. Bumpy waters out there, as you can see. This 32-foot Manta, very loose. A lot of rocking and rolling here in Key West, as you can see. Nice jump, but in control, no problem. Steve Abels, Buddy Street, and Stephen Desjardins. Another jump. Anchor Marine on the outside. Heat Is on the inside. Uh-oh, jump, nice jump. Oh, they stopped it, they stopped it. The whole bow has been torn apart, but the boat is still floating. The crew members seem to be okay. Let's see it again. Nice jump, as you can see, but then the boat stops, goes into the water. The bow is totally torn apart, but miraculously everyone is okay. The boat is still afloat, as you can see. It has no front, no bow on the Heat Is On. Incredible. And lucky for the crew of Heat Is On, Steve Abels, Buddy Street, and Stephen Desjardins. Look at that shot. Totally blown apart by these strong waters here in Key West. As you can see now, there is the boat, but the crew members, once again, very lucky, they're okay. The Freeze Frame Video Productions helicopter has called the Angel helicopter, which is on its way, but as you can see, the crew members seem to be okay. S6 Raceboat Motorsports, a 28-foot Douglas skater, powered by two 200-horsepowered Mercury outboards. The driver is David Back from Grand Junction, Colorado. Throttleman Paul Whittier from Friday Harbor, Washington. Raceboat Motorsports S6. Special thanks to Mike Nicholson for paint and graphics. By the way, we've got Paul's lovely fiancée, Jennifer, in our freeze frame video helicopter watching this race and also helping us out. So special thanks to Jennifer. Raceboat Motorsports. This is the only 28-foot Douglas skater running in S-Class. You're watching the 1996 Key West World Championships. The big event, what we've all been waiting for. And of course, Freeze Frame Video Productions is proud to be a part of it. This is the first of 4 races during this week that we'll be covering for you. 2-race event for each team. The team with the highest combined totals, they are your world champions. There's Instigator on the outside in B-Class. Instigator as we head towards Mallory Square. Raceboat Motorsports, powered by two 200-horsepower Mercury outboards. 28-foot skater. David Bagg and Paul Whittier aboard. Instigator on the outside in B. Once again, Instigator going by some of the spectators, heading for the turn. And going around the turn, Raceboat Motorsports and Instigator. S28 Texico Havlin 3, a 30-foot Spectre powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Robert McElhenney from Anna Maria, Florida. Throttleman is Wiley Nagler from Siesta Key, Florida. Brand new team. There is Team Extreme on the outside in A-Class. Team Extreme on the inside. Texico Havlin 3. Wiley Nagler, by the way, is the president of Backcountry Powerboats. Wiley Nagler, the throttle man from Siesta Key, Florida. Texico Havlin 3 had a good year in this 1996 racing season as we look downfield. The Texico Havlin 3 racing team, I'd like to give special thanks to Jay from Spectre Powerboats for building a great piece of workmanship, this 30-foot Spectre. Also, special thanks to Texico Havlin, Suncoast Fasteners, Custom Colors, and Stainless Marine, as well as Clay Magic. S28 Texico Havlin 3, 30-foot Spectre. Robert McElhenney and Wiley Nagler aboard. We remember Texico Havlin 3 in its rookie race back in April earlier this year, and they've had a terrific season, this 1996 racing season, and of course we enjoy covering them here at Freeze Frame Video Productions, and we certainly wish them the best of luck for the remainder of this race and the rest of the World Championships here in Key West. There's Accurate Marine on the outside. Accurate Marine as it comes up. Texico Havlin 3 on the inside. Accurate Marine on the outside, looking downfield a bit. As we look upfield, there are some more S-boats. We've got 8 S-boats entered in all. Team Stalker, Team Bermuda, Raceboat Motorsports, Texico Havlin 3, which we just saw. Also, Conch Attack, Cobra, Baby Kamicazi, and Cutting Edge. A lot of good competition in S-Class. There is S747, Team Bermuda Kinetic Animation, a 30-foot Spectre powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Driver is Randy Harris from Boca Raton, Florida. Throttleman Morris Correa from Bermuda. Team Bermuda Kinetic Animation, S747. Nice throttling job there by Morris Correa from Paget, Bermuda. These rough waters in Key West are taking a toll early on some boats. Indigo and Kiss of Fire are out of the race in B-Class. In A-Class, we got some more. In A-Class, it's Pittman Photo, Flashpoint, Bronx Phantom, Fitz's Fantasy, Performance Marine, Team Irresistible, Team Hog's Breath. They are out of the race. In C-Class, King Sting and Explosive, we never saw at the start of the race. And Heat Is On, of course, is out of the race in that spectacular mishap where we saw the bow totally ripped apart as Heat Is On stuffed it. But the crew members are luckily okay. So a lot of boats out of the race so far in this first of 4 races that we'll be covering. We've got nearly 60 boats in all entered in this morning race. Over 100 in these World Championships here in Key West. We're looking at S1 now. S1 Cutting Edge, you're a leader right now, and also your national champion in S-Class. Cutting Edge, a 30-foot motion powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Alan Butler from Corpus Christi, Texas. And Gary Ballou from Boca Raton. He is the throttle man. Cutting Edge, S1. Special thanks to Edwin at Motion Powerboats, Dean and the other wizards at Wizard Marine, and of course their friends over at TNT Rigging for helping to put together a winning boat. Also special thanks to Crew Chief Larry Butler and all his buddies for their support, and thank you to the APBA and SBIP race organizers for a great year. S1 Cutting Edge, your leader right now in S-Class. And as we said, your 1996 national champion in S-Class for APBA. S1 Cutting Edge in first place. Alan Butler, the driver. Gary Ballou, throttle man. There's Team Bermuda on the outside. Great little battle going on here in S-Class. Great battle here. S1 Cutting Edge, and Team Bermuda on the outside, threatening to take the lead. Team Bermuda and Cutting Edge entering Mallory Square as the spectators are getting a great view of this great race, great battle going on between these two boats. Team Bermuda on the outside. It's close here in Mallory Square between Team Bermuda and Cutting Edge. Going around the turn, Cutting Edge and Team Bermuda. Some of the spectator boats you can see in the distance. Heading out of Mallory Square now. S45 Baby Kamicazi 30-foot motion powered by 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. The driver is Mike Hidalgo from Miami, Florida. Throttleman Ricardo Acosta from Puerto Rico. Juan Santiago from Puerto Rico. He is the owner of this 30-foot motion Baby Kamicazi. S45. So far in S-Class, Cobra is out of the race. Cobra, S77. Right now you're watching S45 Baby Kamicazi with Mike Hidalgo and Ricardo Acosta. Juan Santiago Jr., the driver of record, but it's Mike Hidalgo in the driver's seat for today's race. Eight boats in all entered in S-Class, but right now Cobra is out, so leaving 7. Great battles going on in S. Great competition. As you can see, bumpy waters here in Key West. And as we saw earlier in the race, Heat is on, stuffed it. The whole bow torn apart by the strong waters out here, strong impact, but the driver and the rest of the crew members are okay, no problem. Nice throttling job there aboard baby Kamicazi S-45. As we look into the distance, there is S-40 Conch Attack. Conch Attack is a 30-foot Spectre. It's powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. As we get a little closer, we can tell you that aboard Conch Attack is Phil Semmel. He is the driver. Throttleman is Scott Cates from Key West, Florida. And there they are, Phil and Scott aboard S-40 at Conch Attack, a 30-foot Spectre. And, of course, we all look forward to seeing the much larger Spectre, which will become available soon. Spectre Powerboat's a great company, builds great racing boats as well as pleasure boats. Jay from Spectre Powerboats. Conch Attack S-40. Well, once again, the three major racing associations have gotten together to bring you this World Championship here in Key West. Superboat International, APBA, and U.S. Offshore Racing Association. Over 100 boats in all entered. Great event here, a week-long festival. Phil Semmel and Scott Cates right now aboard Conch Attack S-40. There's Feel the Rush in B class on the outside. Feel the Rush. Conch Attack on the inside. Powered by two 200 horsepower Mercury outboards. Feel the rush as we look upfield. Conch Attack. Looking upfield on the far outside is Nemshoff, your leader in C class. Nemshoff. There is Intense Marine in the middle of your picture. Intense Marine. C21. There you see now in the middle is First Scarab. First Scarab. Intense Marine on the inside. First Scarab coming up. But Nemshoff, your leader in C. Intense Marine looking downfield on the inside. And there is Intense Marine C21, a 30-foot Max Cat. Powered by two 2.5 EFIs. Mike Strickland, the driver. Orlando Garcia, the throttle man. Intense Marine C21. Special thanks to Scott Manor from Intense Marine for rigging and maintaining this boat, 30-foot Max Cat. They would also like to thank the Bayside in Key West for the fine accommodations. Intense Marine. Intense, powered by 2.5 EFIs. Uh-oh, what's that all about? Apparently a hole has developed in the bottom of the boat, and it's spraying behind the driver and throttle man. Oh, they've got a problem. Well, Free Spray and Video Productions is calling Angel Helicopter to let them know that this is happening so they can come and rescue these guys in the event that they sink. Apparently, the inside may be filling up with water now. As you can see, they are out of the race and they have stopped. A hole apparently developing in the bottom of the boat. Intense, with Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia having a major problem. Hopefully those bilge pumps are working, otherwise that boat could fill up and possibly sink. But Angel Helicopter has been alerted. As you can see, there is water in there, and they could be sinking. So help is on the way. Both crew members, though, are okay. Mike Strickland and Rolando Garcia. Now we're going to go with the next start. The B and S boats. The B boats will be going 100 miles. The S boats 70 miles. And there you can see they've got the green flag, and they are on. The B and